Hello and welcome to Lesson 6, the final lesson on coding for kids when learning how to turn a children's writing story into a cartoon on Scratch. So today you're going to add music to the story using the sound library. You're going to fix any remaining glitches, and then generally I would have students share this with their peers. So to begin with, let's run through and see where we are at. So I'm clicking the stop sign and the space key to see what I want to change before I get into this. The bat's flying away. I'm thinking, where did he go? I come over. First thing I notice is I want to have the bat there. The other thing I'm noticing is saying I'm a monster. Maybe people think the bat turned into the monster. So I'm going to click the sprite, costumes, and then I'm going to come in and erase I'm a monster because I felt like that was confusing. The next thing I said I wanted to do was make sure the bat shows up. So under events, when backdrop switches to beach, I want the bat to show up. And let's see, I'd like the bat to show up right here. This is the other thing you can do. You can move one character and then the go-to will still be, for the bat's going to show up where the pail is. So we can say go here. The bat should show up there. Put the pail back. The other thing is, I mentioned this, it's just a sandbox, it's not a beach, so we can go into the backdrop and erase, make the eraser a little bit bigger. We can erase the beach part and just have the sand and the sandbox. And we can make a blue sky above it. There we go. And let's see where we're at with that. Okay, so now I'm seeing I want to have this character turn around. When the backdrop switches to Beach Malibu, I want to, the last costume was switched to referee 2, so I want to switch costume back to referee 1, and then I want to tag the bat. So we'll move here, and under motion, say glide to here. And then even though I said the last message, you can still broadcast off of it. So under events, when I receive message 3, under looks, I'm going to say, got you. And then I'm going to broadcast new message. Again, this is a really tricky part. You have to remember to do new message. And now message 4 comes after message 3. And when that happens, so when I receive message 4, I want the bat to scream. So here's where we can go under sounds, and the students love sounds. Headphones are highly encouraged if you're going to teach sounds. If you don't have headphones, you might not want to introduce this skill unless you're very comfortable with a lot of noise going on in the room. So you can go into sounds and click sounds in here, and then you can choose a sound from a library. I say I want to scream, so that would be under human. And hopefully, okay. Let's see, laugh, laugh. Oh, scream. And it was my friend, I'm blanking on my friend's name, sorry. It was my friend Joe. So Joe's gonna scream. And so make sure you select it. So there's a blue square around it, and then click OK. And then we can click pop and say I don't need pop. And now under scripts, we should be able to, instead of pop, that says play, scream, male 1. And this should be good for our story. So let's run through and see if everything has good flow or if there's any glitches we need to fix. Let's play tag. Great, you're it. By the way, and I'm thinking, where did you go? I'm running over to the sandbox. Ooh. So, first thing I noticed was it said got you before the backdrop switched. So I want to go in here and I see that after broadcast message 3, I said to glide and do all these things. So instead of when I received message 3, we could say when backdrop switches to Beach Malibu, say got you. And we want to switch the costume to the first referee first, glide over, and then say got you. Okay, so let's try that. Again, it's not going to always work on the first time, and that's okay. Let's test it out again. All right, let's play tag. Great, you're it. Flies away. Where did he go? Now it's working. But the bat did not scream. So we want to say when backdrop switches to Beach Malibu, we're going to wait a little bit. So when backdrop switches to show, okay. And then since we're not doing a message anymore, we can just put in a wait and say, well, I think it took him about, we'll go try 2 seconds to scream. Let's see if that works. So it took about 2 seconds for the referee to turn around, glide, and tag the bat. So that's why I'm guessing it's about the amount of time we need for my friend Joe, the bat, to scream when I tag him. Perfect. Okay, so that's the end of the story. I did want to show you what I've been working on with Microsoft Word with the coding curriculum so that you can pause it if you want ideas on how to implement this in the classroom. So I'll just scroll down slowly here. And again, remember, you can pause this at any time. For the sessions, I recommend doing a 5-minute mini lesson on the carpet with the students and then let them demonstrate those skills with their hands on the smartboard if you have a smartboard. If not, maybe you can let them use their mouse and show you that they understand where to find these pieces and get started. And then I recommend letting the children work in pairs or independently. Generally boys with boys, girls with girls, but there's an exception to every rule, of course. Working your way down here, I would put a check mark next to each of these skills so that I know, okay, the student understands these coding skills and is ready to move on. And then that way, if students don't have check marks, I know I can pull them in a small group the next day and help them catch up on the skills from the previous session, or the previous lesson, excuse me. So working our way down, these are the skills for lesson 1. And here are some screenshots to go with them, or a screenshot in that case. Here are the skills for lesson 2 that we went over, and the screenshots for those skills, and the skills we went over for lesson 3. Now you'll notice the bat is highlighted. Then we have the skills for lesson 4. Whoops, sorry. Skills for lesson 5 with picture. And today we did lesson 6. The next project is going to be how to code a basic math facts game using plus, minus, multiply, or divide, and or joined with, take away, sets of grouped into, if you use that kind of language with math. And you can set this up to do random questions 0 to 10 for both numbers, or you can practice your threes with addition, or you can practice your fours or fives with multiplication for this next game. And then I also wanted to show you another story example just to give you an idea that you can really
a dragon is chasing me.
Do anything you can imagine with these stories. Okay. And I added another little challenge in here where this character asks, "What's your name?" And the answer is Jim. So you saw that screen pop up. You would type in Jim and enter, and then it would say correct. If I didn't type in Jim, it would say incorrect. I want to give you this challenge and see if you can figure out how to set this up. Pay close attention to if, then, and else. This is kind of an extra credit project, and see if you can figure it out. So thanks for joining me on learning how to code, specifically with writing for children. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to hearing from you on how you liked it and how things are going in your classroom with your students. Take care.